guys, how's it going today? Chelsea here. I'm excited to give you my April wrap-up. Now, I didn't read as much as I wanted to this month, I'll be honest. I got a lot of things done outside of BookTube, and I was very busy, so I didn't read everything I wanted to. Like I told you, that's gonna happen from time to time. Sometimes I will shoot a little higher than most on the months, so this is what I read for the month of April 2019. First, I read volume 5 of the Viz Big edition of Inuyasha. This is the 3-in-1 of the series. It has all these characters on the front and Kana on the back, and it's just continuing the series. It's fantastic. It's better than I thought it would be. I am very, very pleased so far with her work, and I cannot wait to check out her new series that I've heard is coming out sometime in the future. I don't know what it's about or anything, but Rumiko Takahashi does some amazing work, and if you have not seen anything she's done yet, consider checking out Inuyasha, the anime, the manga, anything. I gave this one 5 stars because I've given most of them 5 stars. They're great. Highly recommend. Next up is I Have Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah Ganacho. I don't know how you say that name, I'm sorry. First of all, I gotta say, like, the cover and the artwork in this book is so gorgeous. Like, look at this beautiful work here. This is 2 artists who worked very hard. So you can see all this beautiful baking that they're doing. It is a romance. And I highly, highly recommend if you like graphic novels. I love the detail put into each and everything and every character. Even characters that weren't super important that were in the background were detailed, and it's just so gorgeous. I really liked that they chose blue instead of just doing full color, because I think that made it so much more challenging and interesting to read. Even the surroundings and the ground that they were walking on in this was just so detailed, and I don't know, like, something about that just makes it so much more interesting to me when they put the care and effort into little things like that. The expressions on all the characters' faces were so easily readable. You could tell what was happening, but it wasn't like caricatures. It wasn't stupid or anything. It was just very easy to tell how they were feeling. So well emoted. I feel like the characters in this novel, unlike some, were actually very, very realistic in the way that they were reacting and acting towards things, because sometimes in books and movies people will either overreact or they will underreact to situations that these characters were in, and I felt like it was very appropriate the way that they were acting. I picked up this graphic novel based off of Nerdburger and Chelsea Darling Reads' recommendations because I respect the things that they like, and I love graphic novels and manga and stuff, so this was just right up my alley. I got it at a Books A Million full price, which was $17.99, but you know, I have like a membership, so I got like a little bitty discount. But support your artists, and I highly recommend this. 5 stars from me. Hope that you guys will consider picking it up. Next, I read The Dark Game by Jonathan Janz. This is a horror novel by Flame Tree Press, and it came out this month, so I received this arc from them kindly. I have a very in-depth video about this book, so if you're very interested in that, I suggest checking that out. I go into more in-depth spoilers, everything, so if you're interested in checking this out without spoilers, I guess I can give you like a little quick overview of it. There's this group of 10 authors, I think. I can't remember how many, 10 to 12. And they are in this mansion, and they have to compete to win this package, I guess you could say. It's more of like a fame, fortune. Their books will be published. So it's just getting their name out there, and this one big famous author is going to help them do that, whoever wins. A lot of dark, scary things happen. People get murdered. There's a lot of trigger warnings in this, so be sure to check that out. Look it up. Try to figure that out before you start reading this, because it is very heavy and dark. The hardcover is $24.95 and the trade paperback is $14.95, but I will be sure to put links to all of these books in the description below. There's no sponsoring in this video. I do this just for fun. But if you want to purchase this, you can. I suggest checking out this book because I gave it 4 stars. Highly recommend. Enjoyed it a heck of a ton. And the last book that I read this month would be Second Lives by P.D. Cacek. I don't know how you say it. Cacek is how I'm going to say it. Once again, thank you Flame Tree Press for sending me this arc. I received this book to review, and I want to give you my honest kind of little quick preview of it. It came out this month, April 2019. The hardcover is $24.95 and the paperback is $14.95. It is a story about 4 people who died and they come back to life in someone else's body. So in essentially, I think 8 people died in total, and 4 of them come back in the other 4's bodies, and they have to figure out how to live. And it's just a very interesting story. Like, it's a fantasy novel, and I've never read a fantasy before. I thoroughly enjoyed the first fantasy I ever read. I'm kind of scared of that genre for some reason, but this was a decent little transition into that. I gave it 3 stars. More of a 3.75 if I had to be honest, because 4 would be I absolutely loved it, most everything about it, and 5 is it was perfect, I wouldn't change anything. But 3.75, I think it could have been a little more either dark or it could have been a little more elaborate with some of the things. I think it drug a little bit at the beginning when it was going into all the characters and everything like that, but I don't want to get too in-depth talking about this book here because I am going to do an individual video on it. But if you're interested in the idea of people coming back to life, second lives, it's sad, it's happy, it's sweet, it's fantasy ridden, and it has a little bit of history in here based off of how old some of the characters are. I hope you will be checking this out if you are interested. Alright, that's pretty much all the books that I read. It was kind of a short month for me. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you don't mind, follow me on Instagram. I'll link that in the description below because I do Bookstagram. I post book pictures, I talk about books, I review books there. I like to just take fun, aesthetic looking book photos along with some photos from my life. It's really fun there. I like to communicate with you guys and meet new booktubers and Bookstagrammers. It's really fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!